Hello and welcome to my first attempt at taking YouTube properly with a studio vlog behind my small business. My name is Linda. I run a small business called the Tortoise. We are a sarcastic gift and lifestyle brand. I am an artist, but I don't like to use that word. So I typically try and use the word creative because I consider myself to be creative because I make everything as well as drawing everything in my shop. But today I am prepping for a huge event this weekend that I haven't done before, so I'm extremely nervous. I will be trading at Bristol Harbour Festival, so I thought this might make a fun first vlog because I tried to find some information about this on the internet and I could not. I could find absolutely nothing, so I am going into this completely blind, so I thought that I would vlog it and share so that if on some random off chance anybody else wants to know about this in the future, they can come and watch this video and see, because I feel very, very, very out of my depth and unprepared. I do a lot of markets. It is something I try and do a big one every month. This is my big one for July, and I don't know. So the Bristol Harbour Festival it's local to me. I live in Bristol. It is a huge festival for the city as a whole. I believe something like 250,000 people come to Bristol specifically this weekend to come to Harbour Festival, which is fab. Those numbers are amazing. But I don't know what to expect. I don't know if those people are just coming to listen to the live music and watch the live shows that are on, or if they're going to be wandering around the trade area, or what. I've got no idea. So today I am doing a little bit of prep. I have written my to-do list in my planner, and my first task is to go into my stock room, which sounds really fancy, but it's just the other spare room in my house, to go into there to work out what it is I want/need to make, so I've got a good amount of stock with me. I'm also doing a Comic-Con the first week of August, so when I'm making a stock and I've got two events close together, I try to make enough to cover both of them, just so I don't have to do everything twice. But I'm running out of time because Harbour Festival starts on Friday and it is currently Tuesday. And I have left this all too late because that is just what I do with everything in my life, and I really need to learn not to do it. So I'm going to take you next door and we're going to have a little look. I'm going to write a list in my planner of what it is I 110% know that I need to make, and then we're going to start the process. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to treat this very much like I'm just telling my friend that this is what I'm doing and how my day is going. And how my day is going. So we're winging it. We are winging it. But let's move next door with my pad and a pen and work out what on earth it is we're doing today. Welcome to my stock room, aka the spare room of my house. I'm going to have a little look. I'm going to go through notebooks. I'm going to go through clothing and tote bags, I think. I also have over here, I have a tower of stickers, which I'm going to have a quick flip through and see what's out of stock. If something's out of stock, I'm going to remake it. If it's not out of stock, I'm not going to obsess too much, because I made 5,000 stickers for MCM London a couple of months ago, and whilst I have sold a lot of stickers since then, I definitely still have a few thousand left, and I think a few thousand stickers should be fine for an event. I also need to make badges, but I will probably just take my badge maker with me, because if it's quiet, I can just do that whilst I'm there. And it kind of gives me something to do instead of just sitting and waiting for people to come in. I don't know. So I'm going to count notebooks now, and I'm going to try and find the bag that has my totes in and see what I've got of those and what I want to make. But first up, I'm going to count notebooks. I'm going to write my list. I'm going to count stickers and work out what it is I want to do. I'm going to try and do a fancy little montage of me working, but it probably isn't going to work, and you're just going to see me again in a minute because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I've written my list. I'm going to go make make some stock, and I will be back later to show you what I managed to get done. It is currently Wednesday the 15th of July. I had to look at what day it was. Wednesday the 15th of July. I have my list of stickers that I need to make from when I did a quick check earlier, the ones that I was out of stock of completely. So I think I'm going to go get those files all set up and printed, and then whilst my printer is doing that, I will go grab some lunch, and then I can come back from that and I can get them all cut on my Cricut. I think that is my plan. And then that'll be that ticked off. And then ideally, I'd like to get my things done for my notebooks printed and prepped, ready to make some notebooks today. But I think I'm going to run out of time. But yeah, I feel this may give you an insight of what to expect here. Because, yeah, I excuse my throat as well. The hay fever is off the charts at the moment. Yeah. I am a professional business owner, I promise. I promise. I promise I know what I'm doing. I promise. I'm going to go now. It is now Thursday. I need to pack, still need to pack for this event and finish making stock. My brain's not really been in it, I don't know why, but I thought I'd show you the stickers that I have just cut and restocked. So I've been busy. These are the stickers that I have cut, and I'm about to restock in everything. This one is new, it was specific for this weekend because I'm at the Harbour Festival. I'm about to go put those away. Then I think I'm going to make a couple of notebooks because I am running low on a couple of my fandom pattern ones that I have. And then I need to actually start packing. I feel I'm being way too chill about this event because it's in my home city and I don't have to go down to sit up until 4 on Friday, and it doesn't start till 11 on Saturday, it doesn't start till 11 on Sunday, so I'm like, I've got time. If I need to cut stickers in the morning, I can cut stickers in the morning. I'm being way too relaxed, but we shall see what happens. Today is now Saturday and I am just packing my bag, which my events bag, to go down and finish setting my stall up. So yesterday was Friday and we did 2 carloads down from our house to the venue, one for the gazebo and tables and all the big stuff, and then another one for stock. We left everything there. I got the table set up in the grid, and then we left all of the stock ready to go down a bit earlier this morning to get everything set up. But it's a really long day. It's the longest day I've ever had trading. I probably ever will have trading. It opens to the public at 11 a.m. and it closes to the public at 10 p.m. and we need to be trading that whole time, so it's going to be a very long day. So I'm just getting myself my bag prepped with things like my notebook, my water, my cash, my iPad, a Kindle in case it gets really quiet. I just don't know what to expect. So I'm doing that. We're about to go down about 9ish, between 9 and 10, because it opens at 11, but we still need to set the stall up properly. So I'll take you down, I'll show you what I've done, and I'm hoping, my aim is to try and vlog throughout the weekend, to do a this is how it's going sort of thing. And then when I get back and on Monday, I will do a little wrap up and how it went and how I feel and if I'll do it again. And then that should hopefully be the end of this first events vlog. Events is something that I do quite a bit, so it's something that I actually quite like sharing a lot of information about, because I find I get really nervous, and if there's something you can watch about an event before you attend as a trader, then it gives you an example, idea what to expect. I'm going into this completely blind, I've got no idea what to expect, so we shall see. But I will be back in a little bit when I'm there and I will show you what's going on. Nathan has just popped home, so I'm being brave and filming in public and feeling very self-conscious. But he's not here. There are strangers here, but he's not here, so we'll see. It is currently almost 12 o'clock on Saturday of Harbour Fest. It's officially been open about an hour so far. It opened at 11. It's not been too bad. We've had a few people in and out of the booth. My main concern was when you've got a gazebo set up, people have to physically step into your booth to come look at your stock. So I don't know. I've had a few sales so far. We will see how it goes. It is now Wednesday, the 22nd of July. So it is a few days since Harbour Fest finished. So I thought I would sit down in my office and run through the figures and like my thoughts and numbers and how it went as a wrap up to this first vlog. Bad vlog, but we're just rolling with it. Excuse my hair. I saw a video that said, show up ugly. If you wait to show up until you're like all put together and feeling fabulous, then you'll never show up. So I washed my hair this morning. I can't be asked to blow dry it because it's really hot, and who wants to use a hairdryer when it's really hot? So we're just winging it. But right, thoughts. So Harbour Festival was the 18th and the 19th of July, the weekend just gone in Bristol. It was my first time. And on the whole, I think it counts as a bit of a flop for me personally, which I think was probably a combination of things. First up was I didn't necessarily realise that my store was in the family friendly zone. And I don't market to kids. My stuff isn't aimed at kids in any way, shape or form. I may sell things that people think, oh, kids will like those, like badges, but the designs and they're just, I don't market at children. I'm very much an 18 plus shop. So I think that was the first reason that I didn't necessarily do as well as I had hoped for what was such a big event with so many people in the city for the weekend. The second thing was you had a pitch, you were allocated a pitch, but you weren't really allocated a pitch. It was very much just given to you when you turned up, that you were told where to go. And there didn't appear to be any thought in where people were going or being put together. So like normally as a handmade small business, I like to be next to other handmade small businesses because then you get like a little handmade small business zone. I was sandwiched in between butternut box, like the dog food, and a charity, which is fine. However, both of those things have incredibly hard sales for their items. So like, for example, the dog, there was 2 dog things. There was one opposite me as well. Ask every single person that walks by if they have a dog, every single one. And then the charity was also quite forceful with the outgoing, I don't know what the word is, with trying to get people into their stall. I feel that may have slightly impacted because people were just scurrying on by because, I don't know, it's 2026, you don't want to be hounded for things. I'm like, if I want to buy dog food for my dog, I'm just going to buy the dog food I want for my dog. I'm not going to buy it because, I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing. So there was that. It was also incredibly hot, incredibly dry. I had to spend a day this week cleaning the dust off all of my like tables and my grids and my die cut stand and everything because it was just covered, even though I did it when I was at the event multiple times, but there we go. And I don't know, everything just felt disconnected. Like we weren't near the main part of the event and people, I don't know, people just weren't buying. I do a lot of markets. I do a big market. I try to do a big market every single month and a smaller market every month if I can. So I attend a lot of markets. I know a lot of people come in and like if I'm out of their price range, I'm okay with that. I have zero problem with that. I'm happy with my prices. I have never had ever to the level I did at this market. People come in, fangirl over everything, absolutely love it, and then walk off. And then just walk off, not buy anything. And I'm just like, okay, is that, are we fibbing? Are we lying? Did we like it? Did we not like it? I don't know. I know it's the summer holidays. I know it's the summer, money's tight in the summer and all of those things. I do know that. But for what was a pitch fee that was equal to Comic-Con for numerous Comic-Cons that I attend, it wasn't it. It wasn't it. I'm going to do a little run through of my figures. I will try and put them here, if I can. I'm an elder millennial. I'm very much learning. But I will run through. The stall cost me, where's my spreadsheet? Here, £360 for the 2 days of the weekend, which, as I said, is comparable to Comic-Con prices. There was also a £100 waste fee that we had to pay. So I actually paid £460. The waste fee is refundable after the event, assuming you have followed the recycling procedures, taken home your waste and left your pitch in an acceptable standard. I always recycle anyway. We followed all those rules. I take my waste home, and I don't think they could discount anybody for their pitch being left in a bad state or any sort of state, because it was a desert. Like, the grass was dead. Like, there was no churning up of mud or anything. It was basically as we left it, as we arrived. So I have had an email confirming that they will be sending the waste deposits back to people. So the pitch was £360. My takings for the 2 days for the weekend was £565.50, which was not it. When I didn't have a hotel because it was in the city that I live in. I didn't have to pay for parking because that was included in my pitch fee, which I did greatly appreciate, because parking in Bristol is really expensive. And I don't ever account food and drink at a event, because I've got to eat and drink anyway, irrelevant of where I am. Yes, I may spend slightly more when I'm at an event, but I still have to eat or drink. And typically I have my husband with me, and we treat it as like a bit of a date. We would eat places we wouldn't normally eat at home. So I never count food and drink. I know some people do. I know I probably should, but I don't see the point. I do, however, count the cost it will take to remake the stock that I have sold. So if I buy, like, for example, I've got a Comic-Con next month, I will buy in a load of stock to sell at that Comic-Con. A large portion of it won't sell, but that'll just be in stock. But I do take into account the cost it costs me to make the stock to sell at the event. So taking the cost of that for this event was £82.84. Taking the cost of the stock and my takings into account, profit was £122.66, which does not feel worth it for sitting in a tent for hours, like literally from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m, except we left early and slightly early, and 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. the next day. So it was very low. It was not what I expected. I did have orders on the website over the weekend, so that did help boost like the weekend's figures essentially, but I am significantly far behind what I was last month with my takings. I know I went a little bit semi-viral last month, which was like an absolute godsend. It was amazing, but it was also, I went semi-viral, but it was amazing to the point where that's actually what I need to make every month. I'd say, yeah, I'm like a half of what I was last month, so I really, really, really need to do well in the next 9 days, which I don't think is possible with it being summer holidays. But there we go. So yes, those are my overall figures for my weekend. Was it worth my time? No. Did I enjoy myself? Meh. I met some amazing people. I met a couple of women who loved my stall. Absolutely loved it. They didn't buy anything. They took cards. I'm hoping they translate online, but we shall see. I met a couple of other lovely, lovely, lovely vendors, which I've got some bits to show you in a minute. And I read my book. I read a book and a half. So I in that sense, I enjoyed myself. I just don't think it was necessarily worth my time to physically be there for the sales that I got. But we have put it behind us. We are now moving on and trying new things. But I do have something I want to show you. So I purchased one thing at the event. I probably shouldn't have purchased one thing because I made no money. But I did because I wanted to. So I purchased from this company called CRC Ceramics. And I got myself this gorgeous mug. I bought it because it's very much my vibe. And you will see that when I show it to you. So it is this absolutely gorgeous handmade mug. And it says, fresh out of beeps. Look at it. Look how freaking stunning that is. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I will put the link to her Instagram below because I gave her a follow. I am very excited. I haven't used this yet because I wanted to film my video. So I'm very excited to use this today. I'm going to go wash it and make myself a cup of tea because look at it. It's so pretty. I absolutely love it. I'm very happy with that. It was £30, which... my husband was like, oh, that's expensive for a mug. And I was like, I pay £30 for an Emma Bridgewater mug. Why should I pay any less for a small handmade business? So there we go. I absolutely love it. And the second thing I didn't buy, I was gifted very, very kindly from another small business who was there, who was also a handmade small business. They were the sweetest girls. They were absolutely lovely. I will also tag them below. But I got gifted this absolutely beautiful crochet like hair clip. It clips into your hair when you have your hair half up, half down. So when my hair's dry, I'm actually going to put this in today because I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I am obsessed with crochet. I absolutely adore crochet. I have tried to crochet, but the issues I have with my hands mean I can't. I basically get pain after about a minute, and I can't make my fingers do what you need to do to crochet. So I am in awe of people who can just whip up things with crochet, because I would love to be able to just whip myself up a cardigan, but I can't because it hurts too much. So yeah, this was from a lady called, I want to say Rosie's Yarnery. I will double check, but I will link her down below. She was so sweet. But how stunning is that? I'm very excited to wear that today. But yeah, that is my first vlog, little wrap up of Bristol Harbour Fest. I'm now going to attempt to edit this, make an intro and an outro, and get it up onto YouTube. And then hope I get better at it. Because I do have a list of videos that I want to make. I do a lot of markets. I do a lot of events. I have a lot of tips and things that I'd quite like to share about those. So those are on my list. I'm probably not going to be your traditional studio vlogger, because my office is tiny. My office is a mess, and I'm absolutely shocking at remembering to film when I'm doing anything, to the point that I do something and then go, I should have filmed that. So I'm probably not going to be that type of channel, but I am hoping to give you a bit of a reality insight to a elder millennial trying really hard to make her little home business be successful. So I don't have to go back to the corporate world. I had a job in the corporate world for years, and I got made redundant, and it broke me. And I really don't want to have to go through that again. So I really need this to work. So that I can pay my bills. So here we are. This is my first video. I hope you liked it. If you do, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving the video a like, and leaving me a comment. I'm trying to be really good at replying to the comments and everything that I get on YouTube to help my channel develop, considering I've had a channel for a couple of years here, because I reserved my business name. When I opened my business, I reserved the name, but I haven't actually done anything with the channel. So here's hoping that this can turn into a little something, and hopefully another revenue stream for my small business. But I'm Linda, and I will see you next time. Bye.